What's going on, guys? We are diving in. It is the day before the NFL season kicks off. We are going to try to get out our season long props in today. So let's dive right into it without waiting too much time. What do we got here? We'll go player futures first. Let's start there. Passing yards, Kyler Murray, no. Daniels at 34.50. That seems pretty low, for being honest. I'll go ahead and say that if you see here, we are having trouble verifying your location. Some reason when I'm on the computer, DraftKings doesn't know I'm in New York and says I can't draft. So I'm just going to go ahead and save these and then put them in on my phone. Allen, that's a pretty high total. Granted, do I think Allen gets over 3,700 yards? Yes, but I'm not going to lock that in. I do think Daniels probably touches 4,000 this year. He was looking very good at the end of last year. Rodgers, Mahomes is at over 4,000. Burrow's at 4,200. Now, for them to be that high and for them to have Allen at 3,700 doesn't seem right to me. I'm going to go ahead and save that. I'm just saving the ones I'm thinking, and then we'll go ahead and actually lock them in at the end. Kind of go back through them. Okay, that's actually a solid line for Trevor Lawrence. If it was at that 3,000 line, I definitely would have a problem with it. 2,500 for Justin Fields. They really went out here and said, Fields sucks. That's what happened with Vegas. Is there information that we don't think Fields is gonna start? We got Mountain Dew Voltage Raspberry. It's pretty good. 2,500 yards. That seems pretty terrible, if we're being honest. Goff 3,900. That seems high. I don't know. I mean, Stafford at 39 last year, and he got injured for a little bit. Okay. Stroud at 38. The lowest is 3,200, and then they just said Justin Fields sucks. You got to assume Garrett Wilson gets 1,000 yards, and that's a third of this. He can't find 1,500 yards of somebody else. I want to take that for how bad it is, if we're being honest. Touchdowns I don't like because it's very weird. Jamar Chase at 1,300. He misses a week or two. That shot. I could see him ending 1,500, but that's tough to kind of go in. Got here. I do like Marvin Harrison hitting 1,000 yards this season. He didn't do great last year. I'm hoping him and Kyler have kind of connected. Sophomore years is kind of the opposite of quarterbacks. Your second year receivers, you're able to see them step up. They kind of go out and do better. I really think Justin Jefferson blows this out of the water. I think J.J. McCarthy feeds the crap out of him, and he goes out there and he gets his 1,300, 1,500, 1,800 yards because J.J. McCarthy, every time he gets into a pickle, is just throwing it to Jefferson and hoping Jefferson can make a play. We all know Jefferson can make a play. Oh, this is free. This is free. 975 yards from my boy Evans. That's free. We got Devontae Smith. Hasn't he been back-to-back 1,000-yard season? I got to look this up. All right, I got it pulled up here. So Devontae Smith, rookie year, 916, followed by a 1,200-yard season, followed by a 1,060 season, followed by 830 last year, where he only played 14 games. If he stays healthy all year, I got to say, that's free. Puka Nacua, I feel like it's a very good line. I don't like that either way. If Tua stays healthy, this is insane. But it's if Tua stays healthy. Again, I mean, I like checking the stats, just seeing how these are going. Tyreek Hill stats. All right. So Tyreek Hill has never not hit this. except in 2016 where he played 6 games. 2016, he had 593 yards. Then he went to 1100, 1400, 960. Okay, I guess he missed it there. 1270, 1240, 1700, 1800. And then last year he had 960. Again, why is he always at 960? What's going on with that? But again, Tua wasn't healthy last year. Tua's healthy. I mean, 1800, 1700, 1300, 1200. I mean, are we thinking he's going to regress that hard? I don't know. That's tough. Lad getting over that 1,000 mark. I can see that. I can see that. Don't like that. Okay. Bauer, it's tough to take a tight end. They're just so hit or miss. Nico there is okay. I think Garrett Wilson gets 1,000, like I've said before. Oh, it's same team as Williams, and I like 2550 more than Garrett Wilson. Diggs, what a fall off, brother. What a fall off. Devontae, I can't. Honestly, you may not agree with me. You may not agree with me. But honestly, don't. As long as Puka doesn't get hurt, I don't think Devontae Adams is really going to spark up a storm there. I forgot they don't do these in order. I was like 1,200's a start, and we don't have Saquon next. What's the line for Saquon here? 1,500 yards. What do we think the line for Saquon is? 1,430. Yep, not bad. Nah, these are too high for a rushing quarterback. I mean, they have to get Josh Allen probably, but not loving that. Bucky Irvin to get over 1,000. I'd like that. I like that. Derrick Henry, 1,350. It's so hard. If they miss 2-3 games, this is done. If they get injured, this is done. More than like a sprained leg out for 1 week. Ooh. This seems, for the value on 875, seems grossly undervalued. Breece Hall's another tough one. CMC coming off an injury prone last year, or not really utilized much. If he's healthy, that's an easy pickup. If he's healthy. I'm really high on Walker from Seattle, Kenneth Walker, but I don't know if I'm taking that play there. Remember, these are rushing. Travion Anderson being that low, Travion Henderson being that low, I just don't hate the over there. Don't hate the over on Travion Anderson. This feels very low for Zach Charbonnet, but he is technically a running back 2 now. All right, so let's look back through what we've selected. 3,450 for Jaden Daniels. I like that. Josh Allen to basically hit 4,000. What? Let's check that too. All right, last year 3,730. The year before that 4,300. The year before that 4,200. The year before that 4,400. Before that 4,500. Rookie year 3,000. I'm just saying. I'm thinking he's gonna hit it. I'm just saying. I'm thinking he's gonna hit it. Last 8 years he's hitting it. 7 years, whatever I just read. This just, I don't know. I mean, it may be bad value, but God. Justin Fields, 2,500 yards. Are they saying like he might get pulled? They may. Okay. Who is the Jets' 2? The Jets' backup quarterback is Tyrod Taylor. The Jets' backup quarterback is Tyrod Taylor. If Justin Fields gets back, oh my God, Justin. Oh my God. I thought this was free. Last year, 1,100 yards. The year before that, 2,560. So he's gotten it once. The year before that, 2,200. The year before that, 1,800. And it's like, okay, well, he's going to the Jets. They got Garrett Wilson. He's had DJ Moore the whole time he's been in Chicago. He's hit this once. Okay. Don't feel as confident. I'm actually going to remove that. Don't like that. Marvin Harrison hit 1,000. I like that. Mike Evans, you know it's a lock. You know it's a lock. You got to do it for the culture for Mike Evans. Devontae Smith to get 900 even. I feel like that's pretty decent. Hill to go over 1,000. Devontae Adams to suck. Devon A. Chain over 875 with value. I mean, I like that. All right, so who do I have that's the same team as somebody else? Because unfortunately, my parlay, this can't be parlayed, which means I have people from the same team. Oh, A Chain and Hill. Hill's only done this once when he's injured, or he's only not done this. But the plus value on A Chain makes this interesting. The plus value on A Chain makes this interesting. I think let's see what we looked up Hill. Let's see what A Chain. Okay, so A Chain has done this just last year. It's so weird because I'm in fantasy quite a bit, as you guys know. So looking at the stats, Devon A Chain when quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is available or is playing, he averages what Saquon Barkley averaged a game last year. That's what Devon A Chain averages. He averages 22 fantasy points a game, which is what Saquon Barkley did last year when Tua was healthy, making him running back 2 last year. When Tua's not healthy, Devon A Chain moves to running back 28. If Tua stays healthy, this is a lock. If Tua decides to go smoke his head off the ground again, I still like Tyreek Hill. So I think for that reason, I am going to get rid of A Chain and keep Hill. And then I'm actually going to take all these. Don't blow your budget on these, okay? They're just fun futures to kind of pay attention to. Week 15, you're like, oh, how are those looking? It's kind of what you do here. So I'm going to go ahead. And then what I like to do, I like to take them all for whatever your bet amount is, and then do 10% of that into a round robin. That's what I'm trying to look for. I'm like, I don't know. So let's say you go $1 in all these, and then you do 10 cents into a round robin. That's 70 bets. It's $7. Something like that. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't really know, but I'm just using amounts that I knew. You want to multiply by 100, you throw $100 in there, $10 in that. You get what I mean. So that's what I'm going to go do here for my singles. Now let's go. I do like the playoffs. I do like the playoffs. Now, the Vikings at plus value, I like that. These people, I mean, JJ McCarthy's a rookie, but he's decent. You know, we know what he did in college. We expect him, you know, not to have. I know he was injured last year, but I don't think he just sat around and did nothing. I think he still knew what he could do and was studying, was following, was getting coached the whole time. I like that. Honestly, the Jags, I don't hate. The Cardinals, I don't hate. if you're looking for a little bit of value, probably most likely to make it to the playoffs. So I like the Cowboys with that value, because if the Washington doesn't really come out and do their thing, that allows the Cowboys to really step up, take that spot. If you want to parlay some things, I think that middle, you do the Commanders. Honestly, I don't like the Rams, don't like the Broncos. Commanders, Texans, Bengals. Commanders, Steelers. I mean, I don't hate that. You think of the Vikings, throwing some values there. I wouldn't throw the Bills or the Ravens, not because, the Chiefs, the Eagles, because they're all but guaranteed. They're, if no injuries, guaranteed, basically. But that's kind of what we're looking at for futures. I appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. Let me know if you're following any of these, tailing them for the season long. We'll check back in week 15, 16, see how we're doing on these futures, see if any of them hit. But until next time, we'll see you.